They even have a private masturbation station on campus.
I heard of lunch breaks. I heard of coffee break. I have never in my life heard of a masturbation break. Damn. Now, not that I gotta get one in, but I am a little curious how this works. And I'm kind of glad I work at home. I don't have this problem. But let's roll the tape.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Well, this is a segment where if I could, I would start blushing and turning red. There's no damn way I'm gonna turn red. But anyway, here in America, employees are expected to keep in their pants while at work. But we're hearing about an adult entertainment company, the company that actually encouraged employees to masturbate.
Look, I work in corporate America, and I've worked there for a long time, and I promise you this is not what they mean by self-care. There's no way. Everybody mad about this, but I'm not. Shoot, the stress is real. Burnout is real. Now, I might not shake hands with nobody at work. We're going to be fist bumping the entire year. Matter of fact, I'm not touching nothing. Don't ask me for a pen. Don't ask me to sign anything. Because I ain't touching nothing. But let's see what's up.
The company is operating out of Barcelona, Spain. Employees have a half hour to do their thing. They even have a private
Now, some of y'all know y'all don't need no half hour. Y'all going 5 minutes in and out. That's all y'all need. Y'all can't even a half an hour. Shoot, y'all 5 minutes and going to sleep.
Masturbation station on campus. We know this would never go down here in the United States. Sex therapists explain why this could boost their overall sexual wellness and productivity. Not that kind of productivity.
How productive would that make an employee, if at all? And what if it goes to the left?
What if it go to the left? What if you shooting to the right? A lot of y'all can't shoot. This give a whole new meaning to I'm trying to shoot my shot. A whole new meaning to shoot my shot.
What do you do when they want to get even more intimate in the office?
With themselves.
Well, people like to branch out. They like to branch out.
Well, I guess for the longest time, we had smoking breaks, okay? And this is much healthier. You got to know that this is much
We're going to call
healthier.
this the beat break.
The beat break? So here's the thing. I think it really just depends on the individual's response to having an orgasm. Because for a lot of them, they'll be able to, they've released the tension in their body, they've released some stress, and they're ready to refocus.
I will say that. Now, this is supposed to low-key reduce sexual harassment. And low-key, it might. Because some people just need to mind their business for 30 minutes. And post-nut clarity, that saved more jobs than HR ever will. Brother be like, man, I want to get with this. Let me just take this 30 minutes. It wasn't even work. I'm done. I'm good.
Others might feel particularly sleepy. So I think it really depends on the individual.
They'll need a smoke break after their beat break.
Gosh, I don't know about that. I think we all know now smoking is definitely not healthy. But the truth is, I think that it allows for people who are particularly prone to anxiety building up in their bodies.
Mhm.
Some people might choose to go get a walk, have a coffee break. Again, smoke break is totally passe. We don't do that anymore. But now it's a matter of releasing that bodily tension. And depending on what kind of work you're doing, it might make a lot of sense to release it in that way.
Now, this is in Europe. How likely is something like this ever going to fly in the United States?
Well, we tend to mess up a lot of things here, but hopefully the idea that we can be very sex positive and inclusive of singles engaging in sexual activity in a really very safe, private way, I hope that makes it over here. Why not?
Well, you're hoping it makes it over here, but what's the likelihood? The reality is, in America, we're still prudes, at least on the surface.
No, you're right. I do think that a lot of progressive companies, especially those who maybe are led by millennials, would be a lot more likely to do that. And
Those millennials, man, they like doing some weird things. They bring your dog to work, and the millennials are a little different. They're a little bit different, and I would not be surprised. I wonder if they supply the toys though. Like they supply the tissue paper for you, a few toys, a little booth with a little porno that you can get up, or you got to supply your own. But this ain't the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing is they put it in writing for them. So
I don't see why not.
And so, do you think it could lead to other problems in the office? Someone being inappropriate, like, oh, come have my break with me.
So I think that those situations are happening anyway. Um,
You're right.
at
You're
least-
right. You're right.
in this situation, we're allowing for people to explore those tension releases in a way that is very healthy and actually really good for your prostate, really good for your pelvic floor. I mean, yeah, it's too hot to walk. We know that in Houston, it is too hot to take a walk during your break. So maybe this is an alternative.
There you go.
look, all right, let's get through all the fun and games. Let me let you in on the truth. This is how corporations trick you. See, they pacify you with the simple things and keep you fighting for what matters. You think, oh man, we got the masturbation break. And this is where you really start to question the thinking behind this. If stress, like she said, if stress was the real issue, if people were burned out, why is getting one off a solution? Why not unlimited PTO? Why not a 4-day work week? Why not a flexible schedule? Why not help people with childcare costs? See, those are the things that actually crushing people to day, not getting one off in the bathroom. Do we really think 30 minutes in the bathroom is fixing the pressure of rent, daycare, long hours, and no margin? Man, that really doesn't solve stress. They just ignoring it. They just giving you the crumbs. See, if leadership really cared about you, they reduce your load. Not tell people, look, just go get it off for a few minutes and be right back. That ain't relief, man. That's really deflection, because the real stress doesn't come from tension. It comes from responsibility stacking up with no support. So yeah, you can call this progress if you want, but to me, it just feels like the cheapest possible solution to a very expensive problem. And that tells you everything about how serious people are about your well-being. But go ahead, get it off, get it taken care of. Just wipe your hands. And a lot of dudes, I've been in the bathroom. Y'all just wash out after y'all use the toilet. So of course, I am never shaking hands and not bringing nothing to it. Don't eat at the potluck. Don't eat at the potluck. We out.